Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. France versus Wales. The Six Nations can come down to an 80-minute performance. Six Nations Rugby is into the last week of 2021. And you know what is going to be the last weekend will not actually have the last match, which is quite weird, but it's COVID times and we have to just kind of adapt. But Wales versus France, a victory by Wales will see them crowned Six Nations champions as they seal a Grand Slam. I mean, I don't think too many people were putting them in the top two for Six Nations favourites, yet alone going for the Grand Slam. But they are one match away from doing it because they've been really good this tournament. You know, they have had a bit of luck. You know, they have had a bit of the rub of the green in a few things. But at the end of the day, you can only be what's ahead of you. That's what they've done 4 times already. And now they're going for the 5th one. You know, and I mean, their defence has been absolutely brilliant. And, you know, it's one of those things. You can sit there and say, oh, but ref. At the end of the day, this is the reality, and they deserve to be here. I think it'll be very sort of sour grapes if you're one of the sporting fans that said Wales do not deserve to be here. I think, you know, they have had a couple of lucky decisions in terms of yellow cards, red cards, but what are they supposed to do about that? I mean, I don't think if you look back, too many of them, you know, were that sort of contestable. You know, it's within the current laws of the game. France, on the other hand, were sort of big favourites for the tournament, and we've seen moments from them which you can understand why, especially when they started those first 2 games. They look absolutely brilliant. But their loss against England last weekend really does put them, you know, it just leaves a lot to do tomorrow. France will have to beat Wales tomorrow by a bonus point, and then try and go and beat Scotland next weekend, Friday the 26th of March, which will be the final game of the tournament if they are to try and seal the Six Nations. If we look at the current points, Wales are on 19 points, France on 10. So France basically needs to beat Wales tomorrow with a bonus point and not allow Wales to score any points, then go on and beat Scotland with a bonus point. Points difference-wise, Wales got 63 and France have got 46. So, you know, they also need to try and you know, catch up a little bit there. Before we look at the 2 teams, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Score predictions down in the comments below. It's a very difficult one to call. I'm going to make my prediction at the end so I can still sort of mull over it as we look at the teams, which is unchanged for France. Being completely, they're going with consistency. They're backing the players that did the job against England. So if we look there, Cyril Baille, Julian Marchand, Mohamed Houaz is the front row. Romain Fofana, Paul Willemse, Dylan Creighton, Charles Olivon will lead the side. Gregory Alger, who's been fantastic. For me, probably one of the best, if not the best, 8th man across the entire tournament. We will be looking at a Six Nations team of the tournament after the game next week, Friday. So if you have any sort of recommendations for your Six Nations team of the season, jump them in the comments below. Antoine Dupont will start at scrum half. Probably been one of the best players in the tournament itself. Next to Mathieu Jalibert, who was very, very good last weekend. You know, one of the top performers, and I was very, very impressed with him. Damien Panau and Teddy Thomas will be the 2 wings. Gael Fickou partners Virimi Vakatawa at centre, and then Bryce Dulan, who's also have been very good this tournament and will be a big figure in the game tomorrow, starts at full back. On the bench, Camille Chat, Jean-Baptiste Gros, Uni Antonio, Swan Rebej, Anthony Jalange, Baptiste Serene, Roman Intermac, and Arthur Vincent are the replacements. Arthur Vincent has come back from injury and he slots in at the number 23 jersey. So going with consistency, and I think the backline battle is going to be particularly interesting because if you look at the Wales side, which we will look at now, it's also a very good backline. The only change that Wales have made is that Adam Baird has returned from injury and he comes into the starting line. Corey Hill drops to the bench. So if you look at the Wales side, Wyn Jones, probably the best prop in the competition at the moment. He's next to Ken Owens and Thomas Francis in what will be a very important scrum battle. If these teams can get if these packs can get their teams the front foot ball, you know, we've got some very exciting players and you know, I think that whole backline battle will be very nice. But so the big thing is at scrum time, hopefully we'll have a nice sort of platform to allow other players to play around them. And then as I said, Adam Baird will partner Alan Wyn Jones, who continues to extend his record as the most capped player in the world. He captains the side. He's been here. He's done that. That experience will be key. And then Josh Navidi, Justin Tipuric, and Talapo Falatau. What a loose trio those 3 have become. Playing some brilliant rugby. And I think statistically, if you look at the defense, you've got Justin Tipuric with 70 tackles, Josh Navidi and Talapo Falatau 57 tackles. They are the top 3 tacklers in the tournament. So they will be very, very impressive in terms of solidifying that Welsh defensive effort. And then we've got Gareth Davies, who will partner Dan Biggar, Josh Adams, Louis Zammit. It's been fantastic. Are the 2 wings. Jonathan Davies will partner George North, Liam Williams at fullback. So even without Lee Halfpenny, for me, a very, very potent backline. On the bench, Elliot D, Nicky Smith, Leon Brown, Corey Hill, James Bothan, Tomo Williams, Callum Sheedy, who was fantastic a couple of weeks ago, and Willis Halaholo. It's two very good sides. It's a big pressure match. And I think I'm going to go with Wales, to be honest. I think that despite them maybe not being the favourites and not expecting too much, they've just managed to get the job done whenever they've been asked to do it. And I think that they might do it again. I'm going to go Wales by 5. I think it's going to be a very close match. The way that they've been playing at the moment, I don't think Wales are going to see too many points. France do look vulnerable, although they also do look like they can score points for fun when they want to. So I think it's going to be a fantastically tight game and hopefully the perfect end to the weekend. Let me know what your comments are, what you think is going to happen in the game. Give me your score predictions, all that stuff in the comments below. Smash a like on the video. Do subscribe to the channel. We will be live for this game as well as out in England, so make sure you come and hang out with us and chat everything rugby on Forever Sports. My name is Steven, and I'll chat to you very soon.